Hey, this is Sean. Thank you for tuning in. So as you can see from the title, today we're going to talk about success. I'm going to cover a few key points, but just to let you know, success is not what everybody says success is. It's not really what they think. Success should not be based on what other people think. It should be based on what you think success is. But too many times we judge our success based on what other people think. And that is not the case. You know, people don't know what your goals are. They don't know what your ambitions are. They don't know what it is you're set out to do. From a young age, we grow up and we say, hey, I want to grow up and I want to be, the common answers are, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a police officer. A doctor. Those are the common answers. And I think we grow up believing that unless we are a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, that we're not successful. Well, that is the farthest from the truth that I can say right now. Success is a lot more than just what kind of job you have, what kind of career you have, what house you live in. I mean, the American dream was, I want to grow up and get married and have a family and live in a big house with a white picket fence and a dog. Well, that's the American dream that has been sold into people's lives. And a lot of people, you know, they judge their success on if they can make that happen. You know, money, how many followers you have, how many likes on Facebook, how many subscribers on YouTube, how big your house is, how big your car is, how big of a company you work for, do you own your own business? You know, all that stuff is part of maybe a little bit of success, but that's not all. It's not all about success. You don't have to have any of that to be successful. So don't let anybody convince you otherwise. You can be a successful person without having a big house, a big car, work for a big financial company, work for a big organization, not owning your own business. Oh, you can be successful. You know, what about those stay-home moms that don't work? They take care of their children. Them stay-home dads. They can be a successful person. You know, what makes you happy? What is it that you want to do? What do you strive to do? That's what you should be focused on. That's what your success should be based on, not what pop culture thinks. Look, not even what mommy and daddy think. You're going to have to go out and be successful on your own. You know, speak to yourself. Wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say you're an awesome person. That stuff really, really works. Success should be based off what you feel success is for your life. You know, what you're doing actually matters. You know, are you a janitor? Do you pick up trash? Are you a plumber? Do you cut grass? Again, you don't have to be a doctor or a lawyer for you to be successful. You don't. You can be successful at whatever you do. Look, all of those jobs are needed. All of those jobs are needed. We need a plumber. We need a janitor. We need somebody that picks up trash. We need babysitters. Everything is needed, and you are wanted. You are needed. Remember, you're awesome. Your success depends on you and your attitude. Are you going to have a positive or negative action? You know, when you wake up in the morning, are you going to decide it's going to be a positive day? If you do, most of the time it is going to be a positive day. You know, again, it's not all based on your job either to be successful. What are your hobbies? Are you retired? Whatever you're doing, no matter if it's a job or anything, you can be successful at. And again, that criteria is based on you as an individual. Don't let the world, don't let society dictate if you're a successful person or not. All these soap operas, all these TV shows, all this stuff that we watch, that is not really reality. Even the reality TV is not reality. A lot of it is scripted. So don't let anyone ever tell you or explain to you or say that you're not a successful person. Because 9 times out of 10, they have the wrong concept of what being successful actually means. You know, and things don't always go right either. You know, it sounds kind of crazy, but you can actually have success in your failures. You know, take everything that you went through, all your trials and tribulations, and just learn from it. Learn from the experience that you went through. Ask yourself, is there anything I could have done better? And maybe there's not. Sometimes that's just how life is. But again, you can be successful through your failures because it can be a big learning experience. A lot of the most successful people, and I put it in quotations, according to society, they stumbled, they failed multiple times before they became successful in society's eyes. But again, we've already discovered that you do not have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be any of that to be successful. I'll use a sports analogy. Somebody grows up, they play basketball. They're very, very good at high school basketball, but they don't make it into college. That doesn't mean they weren't successful. They were really successful in high school. And then life went a different road, but that doesn't mean they were not a successful person. The person that gets into the NBA and they never start, they never play in the game, they just sat on the bench the whole time. You know, in our eyes, if we're an NBA fan or a basketball fan, we look at that person being like, well, they weren't successful. Well, they were a very big successful person. How many people actually make it into the NBA? So it's all how you look at it. A lot of times we hold ourselves to this big, high standard of what we think success is. But success that we have in our mind was built and created by what society thinks success should be or what it should look like. Don't fall into that trap. Remember, we're going to go through trials. We're going to go through tribulations. How you come out of that is going to determine how successful you are as a person. You are wanted for what you know how to do. Go do your hobbies. Go do what you're good at. And just keep a positive mind frame and you will be successful. And my last thing, please, and I've said this a few times, do not let anyone tell you that you're not successful. You look into your goals, you look into your ambitions, and you ask yourself, am I successful? Don't let anybody else determine that for you. You guys have a great day. And again, thank you for watching another episode of Chit Chat in My Car.